Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO Fan video. I'm your host LEGO Fan, and I do fun LEGO videos at about 10 steps per video, as well as cool Ben 10 videos. If you guys are new, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And with that out of the way, let's get started with the last part of the Ben 10 Alien Force Season 3 first half, where we will be covering the remaining characters that we have. And the way I run this is a quiz show. You have 10 seconds to guess which character said the line, as well as their name. So, let's see who our first character up. Their first line is... Gonna find out, buddy. And out of context, that line sounds really messed up. Which character said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So, that character is Swampfire. This character right here. He's a Methanosian first appearing in Adventures of Vilgax Part 2, where he was used in order to try and get Goop recaptured into the Omnitrix, and initially had a very hard time doing so, and managed to blow up the entire sewer line trying to capture Goop, and managed to crawl back out, but then Goop razor-bladed him to pretty much death. But then he managed to get the anti-gravity protector and captured Goop, changing back off screen. Then in simple, he kidnapped the Red Leader and trapped him in a cave with Blue Leader to force them to work out a peace treaty. In single-handed, it was used to create a wall of fire to block the Vulpamancers, while the Omnitrix hand also shot fire, which scared away the kids that were currently holding it, and got his other hand bitten off, so he switched to Jetway to get away since he knew he was outmatched. Then, and if all else fails, he broke Max out of the mind control of the failsafe and managed to shut it down before escaping as ordered by the hybrid and changed back off screen. Then in trade-off, he was used to fight Darkstar, but unable to do anything, instead started to get his power back absorbed and timed out after Kevin broke the Dominus Librium and shot back into a box. So he's a pretty decent fighter and is abnormally strong. Not as strong as some of Ben's other aliens, but at least stronger than normal humans. He's also able to absorb bullets and punches as they just go right through him, since he is a living, breathing plant. And he can also reconnect any limbs that have been cut off, and do this with other people as well by producing vines to reconnect any severed limbs, and he can also just regrow the limbs. And if crushed, he can burrow underground into safety. This also includes for getting blown up as well. And he could shoot a single jet of flames high enough to melt metal and form a wall of fire to separate him from his enemies. He can also shoot fireballs, or the little ones. He has a super slam attack and blast off a heat explosion. Has seeds that can grow into vines under his control, and spray a special type of gas to control plants. He also can plant himself in the ground for more leverage, and is somewhat durable. He also cannot be jailed, as he can just go right through bars, and has an aroma around him that makes him smell very horrible. He can also throw goo/mud that can stick onto people's faces. And when he's in this little mush state, when he's razor bladed, he also can reform his head or his arms, whatever, and not his whole body. But he can be immobilized by ice, but it can thaw out in due time, and if cut up super fast, he has a difficult time regrowing. And he can cause bigger explosions if a methane gas is present. Next character up has two different forms on here. Yep. And this is their first line.
Shotgun! I called it!
Of these characters, which two said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be the character Manny Armstrong. We got him without the robot limb and him with the robot limb. So, sorry for the bent image. He's half Tetraman, half human, first appearing in Avengers of Vilgax Part 1, riding shotgun with Max to a plumber trainer mission, like the rest of Max Force, but then got interrupted by Vilgax, and then Manny attempted to just hit Vilgax, but Vilgax just grabbed him and tossed him away. So he has 2 extra limbs and has a voided one hand is now robotic. He also has 4 guns and is pretty accurate with them. He's also very stealthy, has access to plumber tech and gear. He can climb vertically, is agile, has a super jump, is tech savvy, is super strong. He's allied with Pierce, Helen, as well as Cooper and Allen. He also is a good fighter, is durable, and has the ability of other Tetramans with the strength and bulk. He can burst through restraints. He has a speed, toss, and has quick reflexes. But he's very stubborn and single-minded, being a shoot first and ask later kind of guy. He also is often quick to anger and dislikes how he looks. He also has the same weaknesses as other Tetramans, not fitting type spots, a limit to his strength, and is slow. Next character up doesn't have a first line, as they actually don't speak. Those are the Vulpamancers. Which one is the Vulpamancer? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be these guys right here. So, they are their namesake species, first appearing in single-handed, hunting down Ben in the Novoid, and eventually chased him to a swamp where they lost him for a brief while. But then Ben made noise and they decided to run to him and eventually just gave up and flew off. So they have the same powers as the other Vulpamancers that we know of, Wildmutt, who hasn't appeared yet in Alien Force. I don't think he appears at all. Where they sense movement via the gills on their face and have been shown to be very agile and have very sharp claws that can rip through pretty much anything. They also are very strong and have a strong bite with a very powerful charge and are very fast. They also can climb vertically, have a high jump, and sense heat signatures. They also are pretty strong and track their prey by scent. They often hunt in groups and are very experienced at it, have good hearing, and can't be immobilized by ice. But they are dumb and have the same weaknesses as Wildmutt, being weak to sonic sounds, not having fast reflexes. They are heavy, and it kind of works like normal. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen hunter movies where in order to get away from said prey, they disguise their scent so that way they lose the scent. That would also work on these guys as well. Next character up has their first line of this.
Hey, finders keepers. Let go of my... Kevin, long time no see. You look different. Did you cut your hair? No.
Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this character right here, Argent. It's unknown what his species is, and in simple, he ran a scam in which he picked up the opposing faction's guns, which they apparently just leave lying everywhere. Then he paints them the opposite color and sold them for a good profit. And eventually cut Kevin in on the deal, and together they got a good amount of cash, but Kevin took off with it and dumped it in a crater where Probity found it, and it's unknown what happens to Argent at this point. So he has a wide arsenal of guns like a laser gun, which he can shoot quite accurately, and knows the criminal underbelly. He also knows alien tech and gear how much it's worth, and has a sharp tongue and can shoot neos which can paralyze or knock out a person, which are also strong enough to get stuck on cement. He's also very durable and a great scam artist, and is very fast and can run on all fours, can drive well, and travel to other worlds through some unknown means. But he's very greedy, and due to his sharp tongue, he's one of the most untrustworthy characters in Ben 10's long list of characters. He can also be hurt by his own needles, and his needles can also be glued onto him to prevent their use. Next character up has their first line of this.
You didn't see any aliens. It was swamp gas.
Please.
Masses.
Yep. Mine's the please part. So, of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that is the character Mayor Coleman, a one-off villain. It was a human first appearing in Fool's Gold, kidnapping Deca in order to get an infinite supply of gold so he can pay off his debts. and accidentally fed him meat, not knowing the consequences of doing so. And at the end of the episode, he was arrested and tied up, with Ben stating that he will get punished for this action. So he is the mayor of the town in the episode that he appears in, the mayor of Walton. So he has political stance, and his town also profits off of the gold poop that the aliens poo. Wow. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. He also has knowledge on aliens with the aliens trusting him, and has a laser gun to defend himself if need be. He also knows the plumbers. But he lacks any unique abilities and is very laid back, and lets Walton get destroyed just for the profit, and is very greedy. Next character up, it actually is only a cameo appearance, but I decided to include them anyway since they are important in the episode. Their first line is this.
Run away! Run away!
Cowards. Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So, that would be these guys right here, the Forever Knights. Human first appear in a trade-off, making a cameo appearance in which they were running some underground shipping area, but they were all knocked out or frozen by a big chill, including their getaway vehicle. So, they have knowledge on aliens and alien tech, as well as on regular tech, with some equipped with a laser staff, and also have an electric lance that can break through mana. They are also very durable, with some being expert scientists. They are intelligent and are equipped with a laser sword or a regular sword and shield. They can also run fast, some are good drivers, are somewhat agile, are equipped with an electronic mace, have laser lances, which is what you see in the photo. They have knowledge on the criminal underbelly and often are in an army. They are also decent fighters, with some owning castles and have knowledge on DN aliens. But they can be knocked down with enough force and don't know what to do without orders, and usually have slow reactions and are not as bright as one use a visibly damaged weapon, as well as some having weak armor. Next character up has their first line of this.
Yes, Azimuth, creator of the Omnitrix.
Of these characters, which one said that line? Azimuth. 10 seconds, good luck. That would be this character right here. Galvin first appearing in part 1 as a hologram to warn Ben to not hack the Omnitrix, saying he's not ready. And then in part 2, he once again appeared as a hologram and told Ben that he has to capture the escaped aliens due to the hacked Omnitrix within 24 hours, or he loses them forever before the hologram faded out. So he created the Omnitrix and has vast knowledge on its inner workings and features, with some being connected to his voice. He also is incredibly smart, has a super jump, and has knowledge on mana. He also has typical powers of a goblin, fitting in tiny places due to his small stature. Has a high jump, is able to stick to surfaces since he's sticky, and is agile and can walk up walls. But he's very egocentric and self-centered, and due to his size, he can be easily picked up, and it's a disadvantage if he faces any bigger enemies. He often underestimates Ben, and therefore does not trust him. He's not strong at all. He can be easily stuck on goo, and it can be said that he's a pacifist in some way. Next character up has their first line of this.
Greetings, my simian friend. It's time for you to do the right thing. Amusing. Now I'm afraid I must insist you position your posterior firmly back inside of the Omnitrix. You realize, of course, that I'm interpreting your inappropriately aggressive response as an act of war.
Okay, finally the line is over. Of these characters, which one said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this character right here, Brainstorm. It's a cerebral crustacean first appearing in Adventures of Vilgax Part 2, used to get Spy Monkey back into the Omnitrix but got tied up by him instead after talking for what seemed like forever. But thanks to Gwen, he realized how close Spy Monkey was and captured him. Then an Inferno he was used to contain the Pyroxivores that were loose on the oil field, and managed to trap them in metal, as well as saving Gwen and Kevin who were in the middle of it. In Single-Handed, it was used after the Havoc Beasts were curious on the Omnitrix and changed Ben to Brainstorm, to which he blasted Thunder with it, blasted him back, and Thunder called his hoverboard where he dodged Thunder's attacks and then changed to Humongosaur. He has highly advanced intellect rivaling that of the Galvans, how ironic that this is after Azimuth, and shoot electro bolts out of his head once he uncovers his brain, which can turn Warrior to steam, and shoot this as a single bolt as well, or out of his hand. He can also form shields and perform telekinesis, and do an electric form of the telekinesis as well. He's also somewhat agile, can walk on Spider Monkey's webs, and can levitate. But he's not a good fighter, can be caught in Spider Monkey's webs. He can overthink scenarios and has trouble grabbing handles, being that his hands are claws. Water can also short him out, and his species has a feud with Galvas who is smarter. He often also speaks too smart and come across as arrogant, and he cannot focus if there's too much noise, and as you can tell by the first line, he tends to boast a lot. Next character up has their first line of this.
And now that you've found me,
of these characters, which 4 said that line? 10 seconds, good luck. So, that character is Darkstar / Michael Morningstar. His normal form, his golden form, him in his Darkstar costume as a zombie, and then him with the helmet on. So, Michael Morningstar, aka Darkstar, is a mutant human first appearing and only appearing in Trade-Off, luring Kevin to his hideout so he can use him in order to get the Dominus Librium, where they both return to normal. Michael then decided to keep the Dominus Librium and absorb the energy, which made him the energy of pretty much everyone in the world, making him virtually unstoppable as all attacks just got absorbed. But Kevin broke it, which reverted both of them back, and Michael ran off with the broken artifact. So he can fly and is a very good flirter. He's also very rich and has access to plumber bases, gear, and its bio center, which also includes knowledge on plumber tech. He's also very smart. He can blast his mana outwards, which becomes stronger the more he feeds, and can transfer this energy. He also has a golden form that makes his attack strong enough to rip off Kevin's transformation and becomes very fast as well. He's also durable and a good fighter as well as has a spaceship. He also briefly had the powers of the Dominus Librium, granting him the ability to know any and all energy attacks, including anything from the Omnitrix. He also could form a shield. He's also very strong, able to beat up a hybrid and has armor, is agile, is smart, has knowledge on the DNA aliens and hybrid, has his knowledge on alien artifacts, and owns a secret base which is a castle on the waterfront, complete with high-tech gear and a holding cell. But he's very power-hungry, always wanting more power, and is selfish and an arrogant narcissist who is obsessed with his looks. He also can be caught off guard, and while he can absorb mana, he can't do it forever. With the remaining characters left, only one of them actually speaks, and we're covering one that doesn't speak, that one being the Havoc Beast. Which one is the Havoc Beast? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be this character right here. It's its own species, first appearing and only appearing in Single-Handed, where it took over Max's old hideout and managed to corner Ben before he then teleported back and switched places with the Omnitrix, which they were very intrigued by and changed Ben to Brainstorm after fiddling with it. After the whole battle with Thunder settled, Thunder was put in the Omnitrix's place, and a big one used his axe against him, and they were last seen fighting him. They are pretty strong for their size and very fast, which makes them very annoying to catch, and are very agile and can climb up walls. They also have sharp claws, can breathe fire, and absorb and spit things out of his mouth, and often are in groups, with a bigger one being their leader. But due to their small size, they can be trapped easily while they boast. And now for the other character that doesn't have a first line, Cooper. So which two are Cooper? 10 seconds, good luck. So that would be these two right here. He's a mutated human, first appearing in Vengeance of Vilgax Part 1 as part of the Max Force to try and take out Vilgax, and was the first to attack by launching rockets at him via his mech suit. But Vilgax just sliced right through him and launched a laser at him, to which he was rescued by Helen and was the only one unharmed in the entire fight. So he's a tech whiz, knowing how technology works and how to improve it, which also goes for alien tech. He has knowledge of the planet since his grandpa is one, as he's working on being one now. And he can make a mech suit that is controlled by his thoughts, which gives him increased strength and durability and speed, and can target and fire rockets from it. He's also a good mechanic, able to fix and or improve any technology, and is a technopath, so he can control and find any technology. He can also levitate this technology, making him meaning that he has telekinesis. He also can build any sort of weapons and destroy them just as easily, and is an MMORPG player and loves playing Nations of Conquest and can view future events through tech. But has a huge crush on Gwen, willing to do anything for her, is not physically fit, and can act very impulsively sometimes. Okay, last character for Ben 10 Part 1, and that would be this one.
Well, my pets. Gwen Tennyson has a boyfriend, but he's not happy. Perhaps sending you to destroy her was too simple a revenge. After all, she stole my spellbook. The least I can do is steal something important to her. There he is. Spellbook.
Do you know her name? 10 seconds to figure it out. Good luck. So that is Charmcaster, a human/witch, being Hex's niece, first appearing in Charm's Way, enacting revenge against Gwen for stealing her spellbook way back in the original series. And she did this by mind controlling Kevin and having him force her to go to the planetarium, where she siphoned Gwen's power, where Gwen was now powerless, and in the end lost her power. But Gwen still knew a lot of spells and managed to beat Charmcaster by sending her through a portal. So Charmcaster has a lot of abilities on her plate. She's very agile and can levitate as well as levitate others, is a great trickster and flirter, is smart, is somewhat strong, and can siphon magic through a special process. She also is a magic user herself, being able to break out of other people's spells, form interdimensional portals, disguise herself, hypnotize others by a kiss or a necklace, whatever, can blast out magic, and can teleport, and use spells as well, with Actium making vehicles come alive, and Actium Aractio making unalive things sentient. She can also levitate rocks and control stone golems, as well as being a brilliant strategist. But she is single-handed and power-hungry, as well as prone to jealousy. Thank you guys for watching, and next time we'll be building Baby Groot. I'll see you guys then. So long.